so it begins.
I like the new logo. It looks really good. The thing is that Guinea looks like shorter than the rest of us. Even though me and Guinea are like the tallest here. You made yourself like the tallest.
Oh, only with the hair. I made myself a little short. It's just I have big hair.
You can't add like 9 inches just with hair alone.
I have a long cone head.
If that was the case, I'd have the biggest dick in the entire world.
From just hair alone.
Just hair alone. His bush extends past his pee-pee.
Dude, I weave it together. I mean, what do you think the expression pushing rope came from? Hey teens, buckling up is totes yeet yo.
It's totes yeet yo. That's totally how you say it. YOLO.
I didn't realize my kryptonite was anybody saying YOLO.
YOLO.
Oh God.
Dude, that shit drove me bonkers when that was even a thing.
I'm totally the old man at this point. You young whippersnappers and your yo-yos and your
hated it.
fidget spinners. What
I
is
thought it was
even
funny.
a fidget spinner? Back in my day, we didn't fidget. We only
That
fidgeted
is
with one
true.
thing, and that made us go blind.
I went blind from all the facials.
Oh no.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-ba.
It's called cream pies, not cream eyes.
Oh no.
Well, cream pie is entirely different.
Well, yes, I
You
know,
can't- you
but
can't
that's a
go
part of the
blind
joke.
down there.
That's a part of the joke.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in my eyes. I can see them swimming around.
Why is it sticky?
Why is it sticky?
My brother-in-law was over this weekend and he kept saying things were bustin'.
Bustin' makes me
And
feel
then
good.
that's the only thing that was going through my mind. Bustin', 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 bustin'. So I don't know if that's the new thing or what. I just don't understand the young people.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that even when I was young, I didn't keep up with what the new thing was. So I'm not really missing anything now.
I still say that's sick, yo.
Yeah. I still say like grody. I said that the
Yes.
other day to my 20-year-old coworker. I was like, it gets grody every now and then. You have to watch it, and she's like, what?
Doesn't it make you feel old? You're just like, darn skibby. Anybody
What?
want to go down to the soda shop?
To the pop shop.
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes me feel old is that I tend to pick up on things a little too late. Like I'm saying things are lit now, and that's not even a thing anymore.
That was in the 90s.
Oh,
I'm
that
like,
is-
I'm trying.
That
I'm
is
trying to
absolutely
keep up.
like 2010.
Yeah.
Everybody said lit for like a year.
But that's the fun part. You purposely do it way too late, and you make everybody cringe, and that's fun.
I'm the cringy old man.
Exactly. And it's just going to get worse as I get older. I'm going to be that old lady, and it's going to be awesome.
I'm already that old man. I had a busted back and walk around with a fucking cane. Get off my lawn, you darn kids.
I'm already that if somebody is playing loud music outside their place, it's not even like quiet hours at our apartment. I'm already like, these damn whippersnappers are loud music. Back
Yeah,
in my
you
day,
call
we
the
didn't
cops.
get that loud. Yeah, you instantly call the cops on them.
I don't want to listen to their newfangled music. Could you tell them to turn it down? I don't understand. It's not
Sir, can you
music.
describe what the music sounded like? Whop, 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 whop.
Well, back in my day, the music was much better. They actually paid attention to the music.
I remember the day I got old because it was like 4 years ago or something, and I'm listening to the radio on my way to work, and the radio, like the song that came on the radio was, "You know what to do with that big fat butt, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle," and I'm like, I just turned the radio off. I'm like, damn kids and their music. Now I never listen to the radio anymore.
Great, that's going to be stuck in my head. Patty cake with no hands.
What? Okay. This is an interesting game of patty cake.
It's when you play patty cake without a friend.
It's
No,
it's when-
that's called slapping dicks together.
Yeah, okay.
That's a sword
That's called
fight.
jerking it.
No, it's called punching a mirror.
Is that gay sex in Scotland? Punch in a mirror? How good does that work, though? Isn't that great?
That's so good.
I was trying to drink some tea there.
Well, that's your fucking fault, though, isn't it?
No, it's when you go back in time to have sex with your past self and you fist one another. It's called punch in a mirror.
What's it called when you're trying to dock yourself in the mirror?
You try to dock
It's
yourself.
called a broken penis.
It's called sadness.
Aww.
That tone of voice sounds like it comes from experience.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, but you apparently did.
So what did everybody do with their weekend?
Cry.
Yeah, basically. Not get any sleep at all.
So did everybody just cry?
Yeah, everybody just cried. I
'Cause
did
I
cry.
cried.
I actually got really emotional. All right, related to the game that we played this week, give us a time where you basically got lost. Guinea, we're not talking about you.
Let's see here. Very related to the game that we played. I got lost in a corn maze for like 2 hours. So basically the whole thing was they gave you a map, but it wasn't a map per se. Like they had stations throughout the corn maze that had a red, like clear plexiglass filter. We'd be looking around trying to find these stations so that we could figure out which way to go. And I have a very shit sense of direction. So for whatever reason, I was ahead in this party and I was checking out the map and I would say, all right, well, it looks like we got to go this way. And then we would be walking around for like 20 minutes and we'd be back to the same fucking pedestal. Their paths weren't cleared out very well. Like there was a path that we were supposed to take, but it was a very skinny gap and we weren't sure if we were supposed to go that way or not. And we didn't want to like skip any parts of the maze. You know, we didn't want to cheat and just walk through the cornfield until we actually found out that this small little skinny area was an official path that we had to go through. And we managed to get out right when the place was closing. So if we were to been in there any longer, they would have sent in their staff to try to find us and get us out.
That is way too related.
Yeah, way too fucking related. But
We did fine with the game, though. Logan, do you have a time where you got lost?
Actually, yeah. Basically, I jumped on the wrong bus.
That was a quick, short, sweet story.
Yeah, like I was coming back. I was coming back from my ex's house. Like when I lived at my old house, to get from Glasgow to my old house, you had to jump on a 38, and I jumped on a 38. But what I didn't know is after I jumped on it, it changed to a number 3. So the bus went an entire different fucking direction, and I missed my like I didn't get home till late because I had to wait. I had to get off at the final stop, get a bus back into Glasgow, and then have to get a bus back to fucking Paisley. The worst thing is like you can't just like ask the fucking bus driver to stop or go back or anything. Plus, I don't drive. It makes you stressed out when you get lost, especially on a bus. Peaches, when did you get lost?
Peaches has never been lost in his life.
So the time that I got lost really bad was actually when I was really young. We went to the small town carnival that was close by, and they had a house of mirrors. I was probably about 6 at the time, maybe. My dad wanted me to go through it. Well, I got separated from my dad, and what happened was, like, I couldn't find my way out. I was literally running into walls trying to find my way out of this, and I literally just sat on the floor and cried because I couldn't find my way out. I did not know where my dad was. He had like let my hand go, and I just, I was just completely lost. I had no idea what to do. They had to get one of the employees in there to kind of lead me out and get me back to dad. Like, so I was like, don't ever do that to me again. Actually, I didn't sound that like succinct. I was like, that's what I sounded like.
Well, you were 6, of course. Scary stuff.
Yeah. Guinea, what is the worst time that you've ever been lost?
I'm always lost. I can't think of a worse time. Like literally, okay, so the town that I live in, or a city, it's a small city or a big town. I don't really know. The place that I live in, when you go downtown, it's a bunch of like small blocks of bars and stores and stuff like that. If I'm downtown by myself, aka I have no idea where I'm at, even though I've lived here for nearly 12 years, walking on my feet, I have to use GPS. Otherwise, I won't get lost, like irreparably lost, but it would take me 30 minutes to get to the next store down. So I don't know. A job that I used to have, I worked as a sales associate at an IT firm. I had to make deliveries to companies that, like, they bought servers and computers and stuff like that, and I would make deliveries and occasionally help set them up. And it was going to really weird places, or not weird places, but like really, I'd never been to those places, and it got to the point because I would have to do like what Banjo was talking about earlier. I would have to go on MapQuest and get the directions and print them out. And eventually I purchased a Garmin GPS for my car, like before the GPS was available on smartphones. And that's the only thing that saved my life. So I have no one time that I've gotten lost more than any other because I never know where I am.
Well, you're here now. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Words. Welcome to the Sleepy Cast, everybody. Grab a pillow and tuck your own goddamn self in.
Make sure your balls aren't hanging out your boxers.
Speaking of balls high out your boxers, welcome to the Joysticks and Lunatics podcast, everybody.
It's fucking perfect. You didn't.
So it's no one's gonna introduce themselves.
Nobody's gonna introduce themselves.
I'm waiting for somebody else to kind of take the baton.
Well, typically when somebody says "Welcome to the Joysticks and Lunatics podcast," they continue on to introduce themselves, and then we go from there.
Like, don't tell me the rules on. I am OverpoweredPeaches,
and I'm BanjomanDudeGuy.
I'm Guineapigpoop.
And I think I'm allergic to limes.
Limes.
Limes?
Okay,
no, you're
hold
gonna
on.
get scurvy.
Tell us the story. Limes aren't the only thing that you have to eat to prevent scurvy.
Oh, I would know. I'd never fucking eaten a lime before.
I've been drinking lemon lime water all day, and my throat still feels rough.
Maybe it's the lemon. Maybe it's the water.
Well, limes are acidic. They could be irritating your throat.
Well, so are lemons.
So is lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're just drinking battery acid, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it tastes nice.
Who would have thought? Battery acid
Stomach
tastes
ulcers. It doesn't fry your what's that thing in the back of your throat? Cardi B said it.
Your uvula?
Yeah, the vulva in the back of your throat.
Oh, here's a little voicing clip from Monster House saying, so it's a girl house.
You know what? Sadly, that is what was going through my mind, and it fried my brain, so I couldn't say anything. So, who's introducing the game?
Yes, I should.
Okay, you want to?
But only if you guys fucking play Turnip Boy. I have been trying to get you guys to play it for so many weeks now.
I played it, god fucking damn it. Why is this a condition? Are you just going to refuse to do the podcast if we aren't playing fucking Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion?
Well, isn't that the next game we're doing?
Yes.
Exactly! This is a bad segue.
You're a bad segue.
Well, yes, but my dad is irrelevant on this one.
When did we mention your dad? What?
Speaking of fathers absent from home.
Mine didn't love me. But yeah, the game that we are playing together is...
No, shut up. We're playing Labyrinthine.
What?
What?
I wanted to introduce it. I have the power.
Fuck y'all. Speaking of getting lost in random places, we played a game called Labyrinthine this week.
It's Labyrinthine.
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 But yes, the game that we have played before I get interrupted was Labyrinthine. A horror survival game that makes you kind of feel like Bomberman being chased by his like drugs and addictions.
Bomberman?
Yes, because in Bomberman you play in a maze.
And he's a drug addict? I don't remember that in the storyline. Dude, I hope he gets some help soon.
But
Come on into this maze, boy. We blowing it up in here.
Bomberman drug addiction. I spelled it wrong.
But yeah, the release date of this game was October 28th, 2020, so it's perfect around the Halloween time. The developer is Valco Game Studios, and the platform for this game is Steam only. So for those hoping if it'll ever come to console, no. The genres are action, adventure, indie, early access. I'm not sure about action, because you can't smack the ghosts or the creatures. They just, kind of chase you, you get lost, you hide in a field for like 20 minutes waiting for the others to come find you.
Yeah, it's
just like real life
experience. Yeah.
But yeah, the modes are single player. I wouldn't play it single player. Like, it's more fun with friends, especially with, proximity chat, and then you can just scream and it just goes, But yeah, you can play it with up to 4 people, and it's getting updates, I'd say, on a monthly basis now, where they just added their first female character, and hoping that the final chapter gets released very soon.
All right. So let's talk about the development.
Where'd you go a little? Let's talk about the development.
Labyrinth. I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong now. Is it Labyrinthine?
It's Labyrinthine.
Yeah.
Labyrinthine? Labyrinthine was developed by Valco Game Studios, which our lovely Logan had already mentioned. But the studio was founded in 2013 with 2 core members and has since grown to a team of 4 core members. 4 core developers, a story writer, a community manager, 2 Discord moderators. I'm not entirely sure what they really have to do with the development process, but they're listed on their development team anyway.
I'd say that they kind of keep like the Discord community and like touch with what's coming in the updates.
Okay, that makes sense.
If they're fixing bugs.
So they're kind of like secondary community managers.
Yeah.
And then several other commission-based members who have created assets, animation, lighting, sound effects, and voice acting.
There's voice acting?
Yeah, apparently there is voice acting that is planned for the game because there are people listed in the development under voice acting, but there is currently none that I know of. Labyrinthine has been in development for a couple of years. Also, I'm sorry I didn't mention any of the names of any of the developers because, for one, there was a lot of people to be discussing, and 2, a lot of the names are hard to pronounce, and I didn't want to do them injustice.
No, go through them all.
Oh, God. All right, well, hold on. Let me see if I can... Okay, so
Banjo,
we have the founder and CEO, Zach Denkowski's...
You sound like Kyle's cousin Kyle from South Park.
Then we have the lead artist, Lonnie Ralphs. Then we have the programmer, Mike. I don't know how to pronounce that. It has an L with a slash through it. Michael Zemirawowski.
You don't actually have to read through the entire thing.
No, he does. He does.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Then we have the other.
Move on.
So these people are all based in different locations. We got the founder and CEO, Zach, who is from the United Kingdoms. We got Lonnie Ralphs, the lead artist, who's from Canada. We got Michal, is from Poland. And then we have Niels Ferdinand Minster. He's a programmer, and he's from Denmark. So this place seems to be kind of a over the internet kind of thing. They're not all in one location. They just kind of collab with each other over the internet. And then the rest of the team, we got the story and lore guy. He's from Canada. And then we got the community manager from the United Kingdoms. And then our Discord moderators are both from the United States. And then, of course, all the commissioned developers and contributors are from all over the globe as well. So they're all over the place. A lot of diversity in there, which is kind of nice. The game has been in development for a couple of years and has made a lot of progress in terms of visuals and sound since its original design. The project used the Unity engine and is programmed in C# language, which, of course, if anybody knows, the Unity language only accepts C#. I only know that because I have a little bit of development experience. The team wanted to aim for a horror experience that took place in a maze to add elements of horror based on the unknown and the feeling of getting lost. The game includes puzzles that act as a sort of downtime to the horror to allow players to become more relaxed, so the horror will have a deeper impact on them. They also wanted the game to focus strongly on cooperative multiplayer but not require it. They didn't want to alienate players that prefer to work alone, so the game is playable as a single-player experience as well. I didn't go a whole lot. There actually is a lot into the development. There's a complete collection of Velco's Game Studios devlogs that you can find on their website at velcogames.com for any more details that you want more on the game development. I just kind of picked and choose some details that were in there to kind of go along with what they felt and what they wanted to accomplish. So if anybody's interested, you can also see pictures in their devlogs of what the game originally looked like at the start of its production and till now. So it's actually made a lot of ground on its visual and audio. It's ridiculous, like what it started out as and what it has become. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's like, it's kind of hard to get lost, but also easy to get lost.
Fuck you, dude.
Like, let me finish. If you constantly throw down glow sticks.
Yeah, that is true. That is kind of helpful. I got lost several times, but then I just followed everybody else's glow sticks, and I managed to find my way out.
Yeah, you should have. You know about the kind of mannequin tea party thing, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, there was a dial there, and like me and Guinea just started throwing glow sticks upon glow sticks to make it all fucking light up. And then Peaches just walks over and joins us.
Mannequin rave tea party.
That thing freaked me out.
Was that chicken Darude Sandstorm?
Maybe a little bit.
No, go on. What's
almost
the
there.
second verse? Who's on to the story?
It's my turn.
Please don't do that.
Well, you're really gonna hate how I have to read this because I gotta put it
You
on
have to read it. You have to read it like that, do you?
That's how I wrote it. So
Let's just go back to Venezuela, like flicking your own bean.
Stop, you can't do that. I was vaping and he almost made me choke. You can't do this to me.
All right. So I wrote this segment as in like a call for workers, like, so like if they put like they're a little country bumpkin town or whatever, and they put a little flyer out hoping to get some kids to come and help them build this hedge maze thing or set it up for the fair. So I'm gonna put on my Johnny Honks assistant's southern accent. I don't know if they live in the South or not, but I do, and that's the only accent I can do accurately. So,
well, Johnny Honk sounds like he has very like.
Johnny Honk sounds racist.
You calling me a honky?
Why is he racist?
Johnny Honks.
Johnny Honk sounds like the name that you would name a pet goose.
Oh, that would be so cute.
I'm about to beat my cat with my orange crush. I got my pride. I got my orange crush.
I'm actually surprised. My cat's in the room and he's just sleeping on the bed.
Well, I'm fucking jealous because my cat keeps rubbing up against the webcam, comes over to me, rubs his whole body against my leg.
We're not
He's
even
like,
using webcam,
"Pick
so
me."
it doesn't matter.
Well, at least he hasn't rubbing his crotch against your leg going dun 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 dun.
No, but he definitely points his ass in my direction and is like, dude, I'm not going to eat your asshole. Just like, get it out of the way.
That's every cat's dream.
Hey,
Meow,
father,
meow,
nummy
meow.
nummy nums.
It's every cat's dream.
Well, I'm sure you've been to old Johnny Honk's fairgrounds at least a few times as a kid. I know I have. I'm sure you've noticed the hedge maze at the far end of the fairgrounds that's never been opened. You might have even dared to venture inside. I know I have. Boy, was that a mistake. Story goes that old crabby bitch Ethel Furr went crazy after her second husband died. Old hag probably killed him herself. For whatever reason, she decided she wanted to build a gigantic hedge maze around her house. And when I say gigantic, I mean bigger than her whole dang yard, which is big. She spent years tending to the maze, planting shrubs, chasing off hooligans, and shaping the trees, only to get gobbled up by who knows what. Dang old lady was missing for 8 whole years before anyone decided to go looking for her. But do you think they found anything? Hell no. They just got lost in the dang maze and couldn't find shit besides an abandoned house and rotten food. Probably got the dickens scared out of them too, just like I did, just like everyone else did. We're the lucky ones though. Poor little Charles went in and never came out again. And I can't help but think that the abnormal amount of missing people in this town have something to do with the hedge maze too. People sneaking in for a little scare or to find an exhilarating place to fuck in, you know. The crazy things young people do for fun. Like I did once. At least I made it out. Nowadays, old Johnny Honk is asking us to fix the maze up to be an attraction at the fairgrounds. I think he's making a big mistake, but we'll see. Come on down and see what this crazy maze is all about, won't you? Help us fix it up for when the fair starts.
Johnny Honks sounds like the biggest like pimp
He is.
I've ever heard in my life. A pimp in like the country. Johnny Honks.
Johnny Honks.
Come on down to Johnny Honks. I got a corkscrew spongy penis.
Ethel Furr, you know Ethel Furr and Johnny Honks was fucking.
I got a corkscrew spongy penis. It's the number one attraction at the fairgrounds.
Is that how you pick up girls? Hey baby.
You like my spongy penis?
Yes, I do. It's very absorbent.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's kind of like a little old tampon.
All right. Getting into the gameplay a little bit. This is a first-person survival horror puzzle game where you walk through various mazes and various levels, avoid monsters, and solve puzzles. And this is to successfully continue into the labyrinth. There's a lot of story, I think, involved with the stuff that you picked up. I don't know nothing about that. There's very rich story as you go. You pick up notes and you learn more as to why the labyrinth was made and why you're going into it. You get different things like a tape recorder. You can pick up random tapes and listen to the story kind of unfold as you solve puzzles.
That Guinea keeps on forgetting to pick up.
Yes.
Okay, so you press E to pick up items and F to interact. Typically, F is either you take the item with you. You can take compass, glow sticks that you shove up your ass. That's where you keep them for the time being. Or you can keep a hold of a flashlight and different items like that. And the tape recorder, like I just said. So you get various items like a flashlight, a lamp, compass, glow sticks, tape recorder, just anything to kind of help you get through this maze. One item is for you to see and the other item is for you to navigate. For some reason, the glow sticks are infinite, and I do not know why. You can just keep throwing them out over and over again, and eventually the game will have to get rid of some of the oldest glow sticks you have out there just to keep the entire game from crashing. In the game, you solve puzzles, you find puzzle pieces, tablets, various key items, like keys to actually unlock doors. There's one level with what was it?
A Wendigo?
Yes, a Wendigo. So anyways, you find keys in the level with the Wendigo to go throughout a house and just open up doors. This game sports Jimmy. This game sports proximity
That's why I posted
chat,
that Jimmy thing.
The game sports proximity chat, but unlike Phasmo, you do not have a radio, and it's easy to lose your friends in this game. One weird glitch like we experienced, if you get far enough away from your people to where you can't hear them anymore, you will hear little bits of their audio kind of come through the ether, even though you're not anywhere close to them. You can still hear I don't know if it's an echo. I don't know if it's supposed to be an echo, but it's a weird audio glitch. Throughout the maze, certain moments throughout the game maze thing, vines will shoot up and separate the team from each other. If you're not moving fast enough or if you're not expecting it, as you're walking through the maze, these vines will block you off from your friends, and you have to find an alternate way around, at least until you get an item that allows you to destroy the vines and basically open that pathway back up again. So there are monsters throughout this game. The first level, there's this weird grumbling creature that you shine your light at him. He gets a bunch of symbols on him, but apparently he's blind, but if you make any noise, he'll come and get you. The second level, there's like this weird old lady and a giant tree man that'll kill you. And then in the third level, there's just one enemy, which is the Wendigo. And then in the fourth level, you get these weird chicken wing like skeletons that are hiding in the crypt, which Logan, you didn't experience, but all of us did. And Banjo definitely shit his pants there.
Yep.
His stomach was like, not again. So you have to hide and avoid these monsters in order to survive, but that can be difficult because they are difficult to detect, and they just kind of pop out at you from nowhere, and they kill you, and you just start at a checkpoint again. Something that we experienced is that these monsters got stuck on each other. Actually, the old woman and the tree guy were completely stuck on each other in like a far corner of the map. We didn't see them at all throughout this, and we were like, what the fuck's going on? And then I just randomly found them. The tree guy saw me and bolted after me and killed me, and then that got them unstuck. That's it on the gameplay.
You did an exceptional job.
God, you all need just a fucking shot of espresso straight to your veins. Holy shit.
It's so bad.
You guys just need some kind of energy. Goddamn.
I'm sorry. It's getting close to my bedtime.
Go get some caffeine. Like, holy shit.
I didn't want to drink any caffeine because I didn't want it to keep me awake.
Logan, tell us your experience of this game.
Well, since I only played it once because I fell asleep before the second time we were going to play, it was actually very fun. Like, obviously a few things were janky, that you can't go back to the beginning. Like, once you pass a certain checkpoint, you basically are stuck there. But it was still very fun, even though, like, I'd say the killing cutscenes are a bit Like, they could be better. But other than that, the game's okay. Like, I hope to continue playing it in the future, I wonder what the voice acting is going to be like, though.
Well, do they mean the voice acting for the characters? Because there's already voice acting, at least for the tape recorder.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the tape recorders. That might have been the whole...
It sounds like Colonel Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
There was only one voice actor, though. Well, that's my experience.
Motherfucker. All right, Banjo, tell us about your experience on this game.
Oh man, it was a good time. I like how the very beginning of the game is kind of reminiscent of the whole spooky house of jump scares is.
Oh
in
yeah,
its way.
Oh yeah,
and it did a good job of actually freaking me out on a couple of occasions because I didn't know what to expect. And then a little ghost cardboard cutout swings out, and here I am throwing my mouse across the room. for nothing.
Oh, it was amazing, dude. I came like 3 times whenever you did that.
Yeah, it kept happening because then I would like steal my nerve, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get through it. No little cardboard ghost is gonna scare me. And the next one popped out, and it just freaked me the fuck out. I'm like, come on, really, seriously. But the actual monsters themselves, I mean, they were interesting, but like you said, that kind of was a bit of a letdown for the second level that we played with the lady in the tree, because I never even got a chance to see them.
I love that movie.
Because
The lady in the tree. A woman falls in love with some hardwood.
But yeah, the chicken ghosts, they're pretty creepy. But you know, I had a good time playing this game, getting lost and separated from you guys on a number of occasions, shitting myself. That was fun. I definitely would like to play this game again, especially since it's getting updates regularly, because it is pretty fun. I do enjoy it. It does make me feel a little claustrophobic and uneasy when I get lost. I'm just I don't know, that
Yeah,
actually
you're not the
plays
only
to
one
my
who
fears.
felt claustrophobic. We all spoke about it when we were playing together.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
okay.
it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it was creeping me the fuck out. But yeah, all in all, good game. I actually liked it. There were like I said, the glitch was a bit of a letdown and everything, but I can't imagine playing the game by myself, because I don't think it would be as entertaining as being able to play with other people, because then you don't have that sense of feeling lost, really, because you're just on your own running around. You're like, okay, well, here I am now. But when you're playing with other people, you're like, where are my friends? I gotta find my friends. Jesus Christ, I need to find my friends. And it just kind of adds that extra element to it, you know, when you get split up, and it definitely makes you paranoid. But of course, you wouldn't have that if you're playing it by yourself. You know, you would just be constantly on the lookout for monsters. So I'm not sure how the game would play by itself on its own. You'd probably just get frustrated because you'd be going in a big circle. But definitely a game to play with other people, and definitely use the proximity chat rather than an outdoor chat like Discord or something. Because when you get split up from somebody and then you can't hear them, it really gives you that sense of really like truly being alone and lost. And it worked really well. I thought they did a really good job with all the elements that they had in this game.
Also, you probably weren't alone. Peaches probably hid in the hedge because it hides your fucking name and everything.
Oh, I hid in the hedge a lot. So, Guinea, what did you think?
I was really nervous about the game at first because it's a game about getting lost. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to be
Well, it's not a game about getting lost. It's a game about finding your way.
Which translates in Guinea talk to getting lost. But I didn't get, once I got used to it, it was, I feel like I was, maybe not on your level, Peaches, but I feel like I was just as lost or able to find myself as anybody else. So they kind of leveled the playing field with that. The only thing that you have to help you get through the maze is either the glow sticks or the compass, and I can't use
The
a compass.
compass?
A compass. Let's be real here. I can't use a compass. So knowing which way is north does not help me at all. But it's a really fun game. I'm excited to see how they complete the game, because as of right now, like the death animations and stuff like that, it's not really that scary. It's a jump start at first, or a jump scare at first whenever you first encounter the monster, but then after you've died from that same monster 10 times, you know, it's not really that scary anymore. But they're supposed to be adding new death animations, new punishments for dying, like new not punishments, what am I trying to say, consequences. They're going to add new consequences for dying and stuff like that. So overall, though, it being an early access game, I think it's great, and it's really fun to play with your friends, and I'm excited to continue to play it after they've finished adding everything they're going to add, and hopefully even more after that. I feel like that this game could have some replayability if they play their cards right.
Maybe some randomization of maybe the labyrinth itself.
Or the monsters.
That'd be pretty neat.
be kind of fucked up if you came across the Wendigo in a maze.
Oh shit.
Oh God. Yeah, so my experience with this game, this is this is pretty fun. Although I think it would be best if they had some sort of radios where you could remotely communicate with your friends. I think that would be probably a pretty good idea. You could figure things out, coordinate, whatever it might be. But not having the ability to communicate really does isolate you in this game, and it does a really good job with that. The puzzles weren't all that difficult, maybe make them harder. You know, as soon as we got to the crypt level, that's where things kind of got a little bland. You just basically chased around by a bunch of chicken wings, essentially. These skeletons looked like oversized chicken wings. Some of them looked like they were dipped in barbecue sauce. Others were just naked. That's where you have to like go through and find like the tablet. After a while, it just gets to where it's like, why am I even playing this anymore? But playing with my friends, it's always a good time. I don't know how somebody's going to kind of do this on their own because it's going to be probably more difficult. Yeah, you know, if I was to try to give this game a rating, I'd definitely say it was something around 7 out of 10. It's not a bad game. I just feel like they need more added to it. The very first part is great. It's scary, it's interesting, you know, it's something that you're joining up with your friends. By the time you get to the mausoleum level, you just kind of need to take a second and go play something else.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just like, okay,
So,
more of the same, I guess.
that's my experience.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, fucking silence. Again, goddamn, guys, go get a fucking energy drink. Holy shit.
Intermission time.
Yes. I got tea inside that needs to be outside.
That's a weird way of putting that.
It is.
actually took
Thank
me
you. I'm
a
glad
second.
you noticed.
It
I'm glad you
took
noticed.
me a second to figure out what you were trying to say there. I had to
I got
actually
paid.
think about it, but I don't want to think about it.
The hardcore mode of Lunch Lady, basically the pipes have steam coming out of them, so they'll instantly down you if you basically get hit by the steam. And there's basically valves you have to turn off the steam.
Oh, really?
Yay.
Wow, Nexomon Extinction has 30 views.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently people really like the Nexomon episode.
Because it's your favorite, Logan.
No, it's not.
Probably most of those views are mine.
I don't think it counts you more than once.
No, it doesn't. It gives you unique listeners.
Do you have 30 different YouTube accounts?
He
Yes.
probably does. He keeps on getting banned for like
How do you-
abusing one YouTuber.
How do you think I get all the views that I get?
That's just sad.
So I played Pacify last night.
That game's scary as fuck.
Yeah, it makes it even worse. I took a couple hits before I played just to
Oh,
add more
shit.
paranoia to it.
Oh no.
And my wife, she also took a couple of hits and we were like passing it back and forth. She was fucking determined as she was playing, but she was like getting scared of everything. Like she'd see a cloth hanging off of a table and she'd think that was the bitch, and she'd be panicking and freaking out, running in the opposite direction from a tablecloth, or she'd see a shadow. And I'm like, what the heck? What are you getting so scared for? And then she hands me the controller and I start playing. I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand now. But yeah, that game was pretty freaky. I actually thought it was pretty good. I actually got the furthest in the game, and all I did was burn one cursed doll. That's the only thing. That's as far as we got.
I never even got that far. I had to look it up to tell that the way to pacify her is to give her an unmarked doll.
Yeah, we figured that out. Like, we didn't look it up. We were determined to figure out how this game played. And then I would use my turns just to look for her and to figure out what I can do. And I'm like, okay, so there's a sequence in which she freaks out and goes nuts and she gets you and you don't have a doll. And then there's another sequence if she catches you and you have a cursed doll. And then if you have a normal doll, she stops for a while, but she still shuffles around. And you got to be careful because she'll follow you around. And if you pick up another good doll and you're hanging on to it, trying to use it to avoid death when she goes crazy, if she catches you, even when she's just waddling around, she'll take that doll from you and leave you defenseless. But it's pretty easy. I mean, you just got to get all the keys so that you get access to the basement, to the broiler room at the bottom of the stairs. And then you just have to have wood from the basement. And then you have to find matches in the rest of the house. And then you have to have a cursed doll and then take it to the broiler room and burn it. And there's like 8 dolls in total, like 8 or 9 dolls in total that you have to do that to win the game. And I only managed to like burn one.
I didn't even get that far. I couldn't even find. I think I found matches like right before we quit playing. I don't remember.
Yeah, we went in completely blind and we're like, okay, well, let's just figure out how the game works. And we managed to do it. I was just doing a lot of trial and error on my turns. But we managed to figure it out. And it's like, okay, I like this game. It's pretty good. You can figure it out even when you're stoned off your mind. It's just completely blitzed out your ass and you can still figure it out. Okay, I like this game.
You don't blitz out your ass. What?
I blitz out my ass. You ever heard of like people that like do alcohol in their butt? Well, I just put a blitz in my ass.
No wonder you can't process chicken wings.
Yeah, well, there are some consequences, but it's worth it. Why is everybody going quiet?
We're just posting memes.
Pretty much.
Well, I was trying to strike up conversation before we go into what we're playing next week.
Well, you could just say, does anyone hate doing their taxes?
See, the thing is that you don't know how to do taxes.
Exactly.
You don't have taxes.
That's why I like committing tax evasion.
I actually did my taxes this year for like the first time because of the whole COVID thing. So like we would always go to H&R Block and have somebody do it, but they're like, you're gonna have to do it online and with somebody that you can chat with somebody if you have any questions or whatever. So I did it myself and it went by pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll just do that from now on. Just do my own taxes kind of thing. Because it's pretty simple enough. I mean, they're not going to know that I lied. Oh no, don't audit me. No. I'm pretty good about that stuff. I'm terrified of that shit. Like, I don't understand how anybody could lie on their taxes because the chance of getting audited, like, that terrifies the shit out of me.
You just have to make enough money is all.
I guess so.
Otherwise, obviously, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do taxes, and I'm glad that I don't need to do them.
Dude, it is the easiest shit ever. You get like at least here in the United States, we get like a form called the W-2 that we get at the end of the year. I don't know if they do that or if it's a different kind of form that you get, but you get it like pretty much at the start of the year and it gives you all the breakdown of all the money that you've made throughout the year. And then when you go to do your taxes, it just says, it asks you a question and then it tells you what box on your W-2 that you have to fill in for. And then you just fill in that number and it just does it pretty easily. And then it just asks you, did you get any additional income? And then it's like, okay, yes, you did. You got it through this means or whatever. And then it considers taxes on any of that stuff. If you didn't file for taxes for that stuff, like if you're self-employed, then you have to pay the taxes in, but we didn't have to pay anything in. We got a pretty decent refund kind of thing. So it's kind of nice to do it that way. It's pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I waited pretty much till the last minute to do it.
As you always do.
Yeah, I literally did it on May the 16th at like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of tax evasion, What game are we playing next week?
Turnip Boy commits tax evasion.
How poignant of a topic we've got going on here.
Yeah. Wow, that
What
was
does
perfect.
poignant mean? Why am I using words that I don't know? Okay. What the hell is this game, Logan? Because you've been trying to get us to play it for like ever, and we like have no idea.
It is actually one of the most fun but short games I have played in such a long fucking time. Just imagine Binding of Isaac, but you're vegetables.
Binding of Isaac, but you're a vegetable?
Yes.
So is it dark, depressing, and you've been kidnapped by your overly religious mother?
And to make things worse, you're a vegetable, so you can't move.
It has a battle style like Binding of Isaac. It's very cartoonish, and it's very meta as well. Like it has Twitch streamers, simps, but the game is very short.
Well, it does have a simp when I play it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, basically, I got Guinea to read the reviews for Turnip Boy last night, and she was pissing herself laughing. And it's because it's one of the most stupidest games out there, but it's so fun. And because it comes with one mechanic in the game that will make you laugh. You can get given certain documents to hand over to people, like love letters, kind of like job shit, and you can easily just rip it up.
We'll talk about all that whenever we get to it.
Yes, I know.
We don't want to give away too much.
But the ending song is so good.
I, for one, am actually pretty excited to give this game a try. I mainly because the art style. I have a thing for games art styles. Like if a game doesn't have a interesting art style to me, then I won't play it. And I know that's really bad because there are probably some really fantastic games out there that just don't look aesthetically pleasing to me. But this game, I love the colors, I love the art, and I think it looks really cutesy and fun. And I love the name of it. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. It's just such a silly name, silly concept. Definitely seems like it'd be a funny game, and I'm really looking forward to playing this one. I'm really hoping it lives up to my expectations in being a good game. At least the expectations that Logan has pressed upon me by saying how good this game is. So I'm really looking forward to giving this game a try.
Plus, the antagonist is an onion.
The antagonist is an onion?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'd played this for about 2 hours for my YouTube channel, actually. And
You said that you...
this was actually really fun, and I think everybody here is really going to enjoy it. The humor is great. I still
The
plan
boss
on
battles
keep
are actually
going.
difficult.
No,
Yes.
no,
When you go into them blind.
no, dude. I did like the game is not difficult. The game is not difficult at all. Like, I like how you say this every time. This game was so fucking hard, and I'm over here like, it's pretty easy. So, anyways, yeah. From what I've played, I really enjoyed this game. It's actually a really great game to record for a YouTube channel. You know, being a Let's Player YouTuber, you can't just play any game. There are games that are specific to me that I believe work well in terms of just the gameplay and the editing. And this is one of those games that it's fun, it's engaging. It's not difficult, but it's very much worth my time. I'm excited to continue. Guinea, what's your expectations of this game?
I think it's going to be super cute, and I'm excited. I don't really know a whole lot about the game. I read some of the reviews yesterday. They were hilarious. That's it. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be really fun. And I'm excited to hear the credit song. I've heard it's really awesome. And it's a short game. I kind of like short games. A lot of people were complaining on the reviews that it was so short. They were like, how can you charge $15 for a game that you can complete in 2 to 3 hours? And I'm like, but I mean, think about it. $15 is cheap. That's perfectly fine for a game if it's a good game. Like if it's a shitty game, whatever. But they got to make their money somehow, and they're planning on making more stuff for it. So not every game can be a $5 game. I'm fine with paying $15 for it. And if they want to wait for it to get on sale, like that's what a lot of people said, wait for it to be on sale. Because then all of those reviews are like, I really loved the game. I loved everything about the game, except that it was too short. And that's why I'm giving it this negative review. Like, okay, just like things. Be agreeable.
Yeah, just like it. It's okay if something's short. If you enjoyed it, enjoy it.
Yeah, and the developer did reply to some of them and was like, well, we are adding new stuff. Feel free to pop in whenever it's live.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to this one. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening to the Joysticks and Lunatics podcast. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I truly mean that. You can find links to all of our social media on our website at www.joysticksandlunatics.com. And you can follow our Twitter directly if you don't want to go through all that crap. And it's at JoystickLoons, LOONS. And you can follow our individual Twitters if you want. Mine is at BanjomanDudeGuy.
Mine is at OverpoweredPeach.
Mine is at Guineapigpoop, PEEG.
I only use my Twitter for porn. Please don't follow me.
Also known as
At the Chubby Nerd one.
Because maybe they want to follow you for porn. You ever thought about that? Don't be selfish with your porn.
Maybe most of our listeners are adults. If our listeners are not adults, what are you doing here and where are your parents?
Yes, this is tagged with explicit. You shouldn't be listening to any of this.
Exactly. No. I mean, as a kid, you absolutely got around those kind of filters just by entering a bullshit birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And especially Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation days.
And this isn't something that you don't have to put in your birthday in order to listen to this. It just has an explicit tag on there, just letting everybody know this is explicit. So anybody can technically listen to it.
We talk about lots of shit.
Yeah, we talk about a lot.
Consuela flicking the bean.
Poo.
Poo. Just poo in general.
Just poo. A lot of poo talk. But all right. I guess we're going to end this one. So thank you all so much for listening.
Yeah,
you guys have Amazon trucks and vans. We just get like a shady white van delivering our mail from Amazon.
Guy comes up with a trench coat.
Yeah. You want an Amazon package? Put my dick in a box.
It was actually creepy. I had my Amazon driver call me saying, hey, it's Jamie. I've got your package. I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
Why, Jamie? Why do you have my number?
Anyway, bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. That was weird.